Awesome. Rated R.
Are superstars done with resting? Answer's no, by the way.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Spoiler alert.
I'm sleeping.
And signing babies.
That baby like, if you don't get off my back, it's
SportsNation is presented by Toyota.
I just double-checked. It's Wednesday.
You just came out and said, you said, yeah. That kid is Lamar
It's all up in you.
I was the oldest person in the front row.
Oh, look at that.
By a lot. Welcome to Sports Nation. Yeah, my name's Michelle Marcellus, LZ. It's only a 30-minute show today, so we got to cram a lot of
All right,
good
talk
stuff.
fast.
It's going to be the greatest show the world's ever known. You're out. Umpire Joe West has been suspended by the MLB, Major League Baseball, for 3 games because of comments he made about Adrian Beltre in an interview with USA Today. West was asked who the biggest complainer was, to which he responded, and I quote, "It's got to be Adrian Beltre. Every pitch you call, that's a strike." He says, whoa, whoa, whoa. I told him, you may be a great ball player, but you're the worst umpire in the league. You stink. The World Umpires Association responded to the suspension, saying joking interactions between umpires and players are a routine part of this game. We disagree strongly with the decision to punish Joe West simply for sharing a humorous exchange with a player. LZ, just please talk some sense into someone.
Yes, I do not believe he should have been suspended.
Oh.
I think he should have been fired.
Oh, my
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes. Yeah, boom.
Wow, let me hear this. Let me watch.
You're about to...
Yeah.
No.
This is why. There's
What?
2 things that holds a referee's credibility or umpire's credibility. One is actually their ability to do their job in real time.
Which he does.
And 2, being perceived as being what?
Objective.
Objective, impartial. He essentially
God.
has now confirmed what some other players may have thought, which is perhaps he has it out for me. If you're saying that he's the biggest crybaby in Major League Baseball, now you got to wonder, well, who's second? Is it me? Was that really a pitch, or am I number 2 on this list?
Is it you? And if it is, stop crying.
Yeah.
How about that? Like he said, they were joking. That they joke back and forth, and this is absurd.
Don't take
By
the
the way,
bait.
in
Don't take
writing,
the bait.
and here's where it's unfair. If you just take the words of the quote, you're like, you're not supposed to say those things out loud. But when you realize, like, this is just them sort of joking back and forth, this is absurd.
Don't take the bait. No, the bait is the reporter. The reporter asked the question. The reporter asked the question. You aren't supposed to answer it.
Hold on. Nothing about what he
not?
said was actually a violation of him being impartial. First of all, this is just reeking of excessive guilt by Major League Baseball in terms of how the officiating is going over the years. And so now they're going to pile on one instance unnecessarily just to try to right the wrong
There are
years
other
past.
things you could punish.
Right. Think about it.
Like
All he
dancing
said is, who is the biggest crybaby?
Yeah,
he pointed to one
complainer.
guy and talked about the exchange between them and says, you're a horrible ump. How is that an
funny.
indictment? Because he's a baseball player,
I'm not saying
an
it's not
ump.
funny.
So,
what I'm saying
but what's
is
the
He's not
violation?
a robot.
I get that, but you're supposed to present the image of being impartial. And it's not as if baseball hasn't fired umps before for crossing that line. And I certainly in covering tennis, I've seen umps actually be removed from tournaments and or be fired.
Not for this
But wait a minute.
Because they didn't appear to be impartial.
But there's a difference between being impartial and having ears and eyes. You don't think everyone who watches baseball religiously knows this about Adrian Beltre? Right. Like they already, like the same way we know who the floppers are in the NBA. We know who cries the most.
Yeah.
We know who complains. Chris Paul. We know who complains to the rest the most. Like we know how that all works. We know that. So he just answered the question and then followed it up with a funny story instead of being like,
it was a great
Adrian
story.
Beltre's the worst.
Yeah, by being enlightening,
It was
all
a
of
great
a sudden
story.
he's not impartial.
It was a great story. I'm just saying you shouldn't have taken the bait.
Baseball gets it wrong
That was wrong.
all the
That's
time.
They do get it wrong.
Moving on, UCLA Josh Rosen was interviewed by Bleacher Report on the struggles of being a student athlete. He said that football and school don't go together. He also added, football really dents my ability to take some classes that I need. There are a bunch of classes that are only offered one time. There was a class this spring I had to take. There was a conflict with spring football. Head coach Jim Morrow responded, saying we spend millions of dollars on academic support. We're not just trying to keep people eligible. I'm very comfortable with the things that are happening at UCLA in all of our sports programs. I mean, this kid's taking a lot of heat today, Marcellus.
As he should.
He should not.
I mean, okay, now I disagree with you. This is the day.
Okay, well, hopefully my experience will trump your wisdom or perceived wisdom. No wonder why athletes struggle and transition into the real world. With mindsets like this, that you can't balance out a daily schedule that includes football and academics when it says student-athlete, not athlete-student.
You can say whatever you want. Doesn't mean it's true.
I've been through the existence before. Let's talk about what a day looks like.
Oh,
for these
no,
guys.
you did not.
It's 24 hours in a day. Maybe Josh Wilson doesn't know this because he doesn't go to class.
I already see your problem with
8
yours.
hours for sleep, 6 hours for football. This is the priority of most athletes. 4 hours playing the video games. Get off damn that. 3 hours chasing the girls. Sometimes it's not always chasing.
Sometimes it's boys.
And
You don't have eating on there at all.
3 hours. That's been part of the football.
Really?
Yeah. Practice is not 6 hours. Practice is 2 hours. Training tape and weightlifting, everything is included in that.
You know what number wasn't on there? Number of wins he had in his college career. How many was that?
Well, me?
Yes.
We won 8-2 by last year. Oh,
Your last year,
All-American.
your career.
All-American. You're talking to an All-American and All-Pro. Don't go there.
Wait a minute.
And I went to Columbia. Don't give me this.
Can I ask you to do one favor for me right now? Can you try to not look at what he's saying through the eyes of Marcellus Wiley, the guy that went to Columbia, and perhaps maybe look at it through the eyes of a lot of the guys he referenced, the guys that don't need to be in school at all and are literally only there to go to the NFL.
That's conflation. He's making two arguments. He's trying to talk about amateurism and how we're being forced to go to college to get to the pros. That's one conversation.
I'm cool.
But don't say if you are going to college, you don't have enough time in the day to go to damn class.
But
you have 3 hours.
He didn't say you didn't have time. This is what he said. He said it's very difficult to
Yeah.
have a full-time job and go to school. And you know who else says that? Americans,
Everyone.
because that's the #1 reason why Americans drop out of college, because it's difficult balancing full-time work with going to school.
You know what else is
full-time.
difficult?
And
Being successful.
being
So if you don't
student-
want to climb the
and
mountain,
being
get off.
And being a student-athlete is essentially having one full-time job on top of going to school.
By the way,
he just said the exact same
he
thing
said
that
the
all
exact same
Americans
thing.
are saying.
And that's why
We're taking it as, oh, look at this spoiled brat. I didn't take it like he's not doing it. He's doing it. He
No, he's
said,
doing
look,
it.
if I wanted an easy degree, I would have got a sociology degree. Like, boom, boom, I want an MBA.
Wow, way to go.
Oh, way to go in my minor.
By the way,
way to go in my
he
minor.
ripped sociology.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Psychology, sociology over here, baby.
But I don't, for some reason, I'm not reacting like everyone else on
Okay, let me give you a little more.
I didn't think he said anything that was that ridiculous.
Okay, well, you know what? A picture is worth 1,000 words. Let me give you some more images of what Josh Rosen is really doing in his time.
Oh, come on.
It's your boy. Now, look, it's kind of hard to get that class when
He's
you're in the
eating.
bubbles.
He's eating.
Okay, so he's doing
By
two
the way,
things at
He's doing two things at once.
One, I love the security pad
I
on
do
the
too.
damn
That's
dorm room.
hardcore. But you can admit that
No,
perhaps maybe there are. The idea that the scheduling conflict is real, why would you disagree with that? I'm not disputing
That
the
happens
fact
for
that
regular
there's one
students,
class.
too, not just athletes.
Of course it
and
does.
it's
But
hard.
he's
This is his
speaking.
point.
No, 24 hours in a day, 8 hours to sleep, 16 hours else. You got 6 hours, 10 hours left to do what? Video games? Chasing?
Once
hanging?
again, baseball gets
Take
it
your
wrong.
butt to class. Take your butt to class.
Moving on. God, I disagree with both of you so far. The Patriots have become the
Maybe you're
first.
wrong.
No, I don't think so. The NFL team to buy their own planes. The private planes include first-class seats, some of which recline completely.
Oh.
The Pats were especially interested in the team-owned planes because they reportedly give athletes a leg up on the recovery process. Oh, no. Marcellus, by the way, some of the seats decline.
Yeah, I caught that.
If you're a kicker, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Special teams?
Do you want the gold package or the platinum package?
I'm not getting on that plane.
I would take the silver. Like, put all your money into it, Bob Kraft. Like, don't go half pregnant with this. Like, he said, let me spend $60 million on the plane. They said, for 65, all the seats can go back. Let me
Does
stop
Tom's
it.
go back? Tom's goes back? Oh, no, we're good.
But you know what? Maybe that's for the backups. The backups get the seats that don't recline.
They keep them back up.
But I like
Oh!
I like that. But this is a game changer because in the NFL, no lie, it is. Well, there's not really a fight for first class seats because basically the
Yeah.
stars and the veterans get it. But there are times where you're on that 5-hour flight. You're like, dude, if you really care about my body, I've been training all week for this Sunday performance. Why on Saturday are you going to get me cramped up? All of a sudden you get me in this and it's not a comfortable environment. Then guys have to walk around. It is pretty hectic.
Honestly,
this can start.
I'm just shocked that the NFL didn't already have this. It didn't even occur to me that they didn't have private planes.
Like Cowboys don't have one. You'd think the Cowboys would have one.
NFL's
now.
broke compared to
And
the
the thing
NBA.
is, like, that's where the NBA comes in, because the NBA, there are only so many guys.
There's only 15 guys.
Everybody's got a recliner.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, a lot of people don't know this. We, as SportsNation, we have some moments in history that we have accomplished, and one of them, which has been very quiet because we don't like to brag, is we're the first and only television show, I believe, we have our own plane.
Oh, damn,
It's just,
you told?
I know. It's IRS is probably watching. Roll that tape, Tommy.
Let's-
It gets us from A to B whenever we need to be places. When we have Super Bowl stories that we need to go to.
Romance?
Yeah.
Well, you
By the way-
know, I don't want to be cramped up after doing my work on Sunday, so.
First of all, how about you put in a full week and we'll get back to you on whether or not.
Really, Mambo Italiano?
Wow.
Really, Mambo Italiano?
Yeah, you did take a month off to eat pasta.
The hell? Finals were over with in April. You're like still gone for like 2 months.
You know, the next time you work a 7-day week, we'll get back to see who does what.
Oh,
all right?
wow.
Yeah, okay.
Ding, 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 ding.
We're taking a quick break. But first, take a listen to Jets coach Todd Bowles' reaction to Sheldon Richardson calling Brandon Marshall a quitter.
My thoughts on it, they know how I feel. We've addressed it. I really don't have time for a bunch of BS that happened a year ago. We had 6 months to talk about it. All that is over. He's been well informed of that, and we move on from there.
Sports Nation is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Really that much better play tennis?
No.
I wouldn't do this. But
He's
that's,
not that much better.
What's the question for real? Is he better? Yes. Is he much better?
Is he multi-millions of dollars better?
No, I wouldn't say it.
So why do this?
Yeah. But let's be careful.
because
here.
now you're just collecting parts.
I mean, if you can.
Like, we have all the good stuff.
If there's a way to get him and not give up anybody, yeah, do it. That's the
Maybe
name
they
of
just
the
want
game.
all the initials. They got KD. They're going to go for PG.
I can't do it.
You know what?
That's
I need
it.
you to leave because now that he's here,
Since he's here, we overloaded
That's
right now. I mean, get the hell
Get
off.
out.
You know what's crazy about the power of television? We can make something out of nothing. This is a nothing
And we do.
story. This is
We have the power.
That's the power of
PG-13.
SportsNation.
Hey, if the team stays as constructed, PG-13 for vet minimum. What the hell are you talking about?
Wait.
If you want to
Hold on. Wait, you hear that? That's the sound of millions of people in Oklahoma furiously tweeting, Sports Nation is such a dumb show. You guys don't know what
is so
I miss
stupid.
Colin.
He is, right. He is
I don't
not
think anyone
going
did
there. He's not going to Golden State because there's no way to fit. How many max players can you have? They can't have them. It's not happening.
As many as you can get. What if Durant leaves, though? What if Durant, they win and Durant says thanks for the 2
Right,
years?
like, but that's the thing. Like, that's where these arguments are silly because anything could happen.
Thank you.
Between now and then.
Yeah.
Paul George could wake up one day. This season could go horribly, and don't tweet. I'm just saying it could, but it could go horribly, and all of a sudden he's like, you know what? I really want a shot at a ring, and he does whatever it takes.
Face of the
Can
NBA.
we move on? Let's move on to a real story. Do we have one?
No, but I'll go on to this one. The NBA sent a memo to teams yesterday outlining the measures the league has taken to build more rest days. And why are you showing Kawhi? It's not like
He
resting.
was excited.
Right, he was resting.
Last season,
Blake was
star
resting a
players
lot.
hosted a bunch of national games. It was a bad look for everybody. Marcellus, this is what they're hoping, that this expanded schedule will stop the big guys from resting. Will it?
It will, but for not for the intended reasons that they think it is. They think it's a physical calendar issue, which means, hey, players, you're going to start a week earlier. We're going to try and make sure you don't play 4 games in 5 nights. We're going to try and kill the back-to-backs as many as possible. That's not why the players are going to actually play ball. It's the psychological reasons, because now you're showing a partnership. Oh, you're trying to work with me. You're trying to actually set me up.
I like this.
You're setting me up for success. Guess what? I will work with you as well. I get it. You don't want me to rest on those big national games on the road. I will listen to you because I already see you taking steps to make me more successful.
I think it's just all about the big
lot of
games.
faith.
It's about 3 or 4 dudes playing when you're on television.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
ultimately what
Like,
it is.
don't do it on Christmas.
Right. Don't
Right?
do it on
Do it on opening
Thanksgiving.
day. What?
Well, don't play on Christmas. I used to say that. Like, why are we playing on Christmas and
I
Thanksgiving?
I loved it.
You think I'm focused?
I loved it.
That's the worst.
It's the worst.
You got family in town. Everyone wants tickets to the
Yes.
game. It's a big.
And you're fat and
Playing on Christmas is one of the worst. It was when
I think
the
it's
schedule
awesome.
comes out, and as a team, you see,
man, you're
Christmas. You hated that.
Which I
hated
think comes out tomorrow.
Next couple of days.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. And
like-
you're on a team. You have to work on Christmas.
Yeah, but I loved it. I mean, and you know
the
me.
fans.
Yo,
I don't.
it's not-
I'm like,
yo.
I'm
From the
a pretty
fan
negative
perspective.
person, but I actually really
But
loved
you're
it.
not having 7 family members hit you up and say, "Yo,
I don't have seven. Like, if I
that
did.
you're still in contact
Yeah.
with.
Oh yeah. I have them.
You get it. So
Let's talk
nah.
about Kevin
It
Durant.
just
Don't
gonna work.
what? Why are you looking at me
Just
like
cracking me
that?
up.
Kevin Durant is the MVP frontrunner.
Who's this?
This is by the way, I'm with
Another
you on this.
initial.
Heading into this season, according to a panel of ESPN's NBA contributors, LeBron second, Kawhi third, Harden fourth, Giannis fifth.
Giannis done talked his way into the top 5 already. It's most
I love
improved.
it. I mean,
Most valuable.
What do you think about
I disagree about the Kevin Durant thing. Look at that. This is the hard takes right here. I disagree. How dare you?
wrong.
Look, as long as you have Kevin Durant and Steph Curry on the same team, neither of them will ever win an MVP. It's because the way we define MVP is we talk about the guy who took the team and put him on his shoulders. Russell Westbrook did it, and LeBron James and James Harden. These are the guys that we are idolizing when we create the MVP argument. Whenever you talk about Kevin Durant, no matter how great he is, everyone goes, yeah, but you got Steph Curry right there. And the opposite is true, Steph, but you got Kevin Durant.
Yeah, but the mental play is different this year. It's kind of like when the Heatles got together, and they always go through this respectful cordiality of, hey, I'm LeBron James. Hey, I'm Dwayne Wade. First year, I'm going to defer to you. No, defer to you. Oh, we're buddies. And then the second year, somebody becomes the king of that castle.
Then you go to the bathroom with the door open.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
What was that sound? Oh, that's you. You're comfortable now. And that's what's happening now. Kevin Durant, look, they tried to respect each other. Steph Curry, it took them a while to gel together. That's Kevin Durant's team.
This is what I don't
He's
understand.
He's going to go for it.
ESPN.com projected the Warriors to win 62 games next season.
All right.
That is 5 games less than what they won this year. They're projecting the T-Wolves to be 20 games improved. So how's Jimmy Butler not in the conversation? How do you increase your win total by 20 wins?
Because Jeff Teague is responsible for that.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
And Wiggins.
So you got KD, and we're projecting you to get worse. They get Jimmy Butler, and we're expecting you to improve by 20 games and fight for home court advantage. Come on now.
Now, here's my pick is, and I'm wearing the shirt. I think Giannis because here's what's happening. First of all, he took a huge leap last year. Forget the most improved part. 26 points per game. No one saw him being that kind of offensive dominant force. He's a guy that guards all 5 positions. He plays on a team that is playing in the Eastern Conference. So don't be surprised if you see the Milwaukee Bucks, 50-plus wins, top 3 seed, and he's a lovable dude.
Yeah.
We all like the lovable dude with a nice smile. It's a good story and all that stuff. I can see Giannis being.
But we can't pronounce his last name, so he can't win.
Antetokounmpo.
Who the
One more time?
Antetokounmpo.
I'm singing a little Lionel Richie over there. Somebody let me sing a little shot.
It's quite simple, really.
And it is a rotating trophy. It loves to find new hands.
Right.
So therefore, it could go to Giannis, and that would be a new.
By the way, I just want to congratulate you guys. I'm very proud of you for mustering opinions on a list of things that may never happen.
I mean, Lord,
That was well
we're
done.
pulling this.
That's why we have a Peabody.
Man, I love August. After the break, Marcellus's arch nemesis.
Oh, yeah.
Keyshawn Johnson.
Yeah,
video
do it.
to psych him out. Is it working?
Oh, look at that explosion. Look at that explosion.
Look at that Teletubby. What the hell is that in front of him? This is SportsNation. Chunk E.
SportsNation is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
I love that.
When the baseball matchup features the Red Sox at the Eastern Conference.
Watch Last Chance U if you can. Go over here laughing at that. That's a funny show.
Of the Little League World Series. Williamsport continues tonight. Oh, hey, Lufkin, Texas. And San Antonio, Texas. In the Southwest Regional Final. I'm going to have to root for San Antonio, y'all.
That's a pretty.
It's time for Pulse of the Nation. Presented by Toyota. Winners also seen. First up, star wide receiver Antonio Brown revealed he and fellow star wide receiver Odell Beckham share notes, details, and workout videos with each other, helping themselves to get better. I mean, do we love it?
You know they're sharing dance videos.
That's all it is.
All that is, no, you guys know.
All this karate that these kids do today.
I love it. Iron sharpens iron.
It does, exactly. And this is nothing new. Tom Brady does this.
What'd you say?
Tom Brady does this. Mark Sanchez used to do this. Look, Von Miller had his.
Who did Mark Sanchez do it with?
He did it with the Jets when they were going to the AFC Championship game.
He did it with Ryan
Von Miller does this with the pass rush.
I do this with everyone in the biz.
Yeah.
How do you say hello?
I do it with straight hand. It doesn't
Loser,
work.
Marcellus. Listen.
Look out what time you see it. Y'all ready? Back boy, here we go.
And this race is creeping up, Marcellus.
This race is creeping up.
Noise.
I don't know what to do with this. Are we doing a double dutch contest? Like, what the hell is this jumping got to do with this?
That is a 36-inch vert.
No, that's a 36-inch box jump. That's not the same as a vert. I had a 39.5-inch vert. He only had a 35.
Oh.
He was a receiver with 35 inches. Get out of here, boy. Don't get smoked on.
Winner, DuckTales, great news. DuckTales is back.
Nice.
You can catch the DuckTales new series event, which premieres August 12th on Disney XD. Even better, you can create sorry for me, your own DuckTales avatar.
I love that movie.
In the Disney XD and Disney Channel apps. By the way, that was a really subtle plug for the motherland.
That's right. And my son's going to love it. He's all in on
Your
Mickey
son?
Mouse Clubhouse.
Is that me? Is that me?
Why does it look like a lock on bowling?
House Clubhouse.
Who's that? Is that you?
That's you, I mean.
Yeah, that's
Where am I?
Me, man.
Do I get one? Ain't got no big
Hairline
duck?
is still intact.
Where the big duck at?
That's going to do it.
Shout out to
See you
Big
guys
John, get
tomorrow.
in space. The race.
He jumped really high. By the way, my...